By far the weakest women's division in the WWE right now. The SmackDown women's division needs to really step it up, man. And I've noticed, I'm probably the only one that's gonna notice this, but the women's divisions on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, the worst one is definitely SmackDown by far. The best women's division is the Raw women's division. Now, let me just run off the names on the Raw women's side of things. You got Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch. You got Roxanne Perez, Stephanie McCare, Bayley, Rhea Ripley, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Io Sky. Those are by far your best female talent. And they wrestle every week. They put on the better matches. They got the better stories. They got the better programs going on. There's more direction with the Raw women, right? On the SmackDown side, there is nothing going on. Everyone is directionless. Everyone sucks. Everyone is dry. Everyone is miscast, with the exception of two women, and that's Zelina Vega and Jade Cargill. Now, I'm very happy that they finally turned Jade heel because that's her natural position, right? It suits her way better. When she's a babyface, you get the idea that she's trying to play a character. She's trying to play a part. And she's not doing a good job playing that part. So her being a villain, it works because she gets to be herself essentially. It just works better for her because that's what she was in AEW. See, Tony Khan knew what he was doing when it came to Jade Cargill. Now, not Julia, but Zelina Vega, she is also in her natural position, being a manager. That's what she should have been for Andrade when Andrade was still with the company. Zelina as a competitor just doesn't do it for me. She didn't do it for me in the ring. As the women's US champion, she didn't do it for me at all. Okay? I found her uninspiring, but with her, with Aleister Black, her real life husband, it just works. It's natural. It's easy. It's an easy story to write. Okay, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with a Jade heel turn. And Jay better win that damn title off of Tiffany. I'll tell you that right now. And then you got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Now, in the beginning, I was intrigued on the whole partnership with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. I thought to myself, okay, these girls can kind of make it work. They're not friends, but they're partners in partners of convenience, right? They're a tag team of convenience. Their experiences are meshed, blended together. They have a rich, prestigious history of holding championships. Their championship pedigree is pretty rich, and they're both blondes. I guess their characters do mesh well together, and it has worked. It has worked to get Charlotte over as a babyface again and get her loved and cheered. But for them in their matches, their matches don't impress me at all. I can appreciate the character work, but let's be honest, it's kind of fizzled out at this point because they have no other tag teams to face. So I'm calling for the Kabuki Warriors to win those women's tag team championships off of Alexa and Charlotte, and let's start moving into a different direction with Charlotte turning on Alexa Bliss and getting those mixed into a feud. Nia Jax, we don't know what she's doing. She can't seem to beat Tiffany Stratton. She'll never hold that women's championship ever again. It's her best interest to go after the women's US championship, or if she can find some way to bring back Tamina Snuka, bring back her blood sister, and form the female bloodline, and win those tag team titles off of Charlotte and Alexa, then great. I would prefer that for Nia Jax to give her something to do, or team her back up with Candice LeRae and have her go after the tag team championships. You know what I'm saying? I thought Nia Jax has improved a lot since coming back, but she has no direction either. Mi Chen, B Fab, they're just cannon fodder for Julia Kiana James, and they don't ever win any matches. Okay, they're just there to be there. Um, Speaking of which, Kiana James and Julia, I'm not quite sure if this pairing is going to work long term. And with Julia, I like the fact that she's women's US champion, but her character work is not there. I'm trying to figure out why is she called the Beautiful Madness. Okay, she's beautiful and all, but I'm trying to look for the madness. Like, is she beating up these girls backstage? Is she kicking their ass? Is she going crazy on B-Fab and Michin and just going off the rails, like going psycho? Like, I need to get that side of Julia so you can sell me the madness part of it, okay? And then you got Nikki Cross stalking the women on SmackDown. Great. How about we actually get Nikki Cross to attack some of these women and get her in a ring with some of these females so we can see her mix it up? I mean, you have the talent on SmackDown with the women. It's just the writers don't seem to know how to book them, how to really showcase them. And the SmackDown women's division has been dry as hell lately. And like I said, the talent is there. Tiffany Stratton has the talent, but her as women's champion is incredibly boring. That's why I want Jade to beat her. And ever since Naomi left SmackDown and came over to Raw, the SmackDown side of things for the women has been dry. It's been boring. It's been trash. It just has not been the same. As well without Bianca Belair. And speaking of which, I'm going to need Bianca Belair to come back, because the only way that this division is going to really spice things up, bring back Bianca Belair. I don't care. Bianca Belair is sorely missed. Like, I cannot tell you guys, because I'm a fan of Bianca Belair, I cannot tell you guys how much this SmackDown women's division misses Bianca Belair so much. The EST. She her absence to me sticks out like a sore thumb. And I already know the direction that they're going in. Jade gonna win the title, and it's gonna be Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania. I'm down for that. Babyface Bianca versus heel Jade, sign me the hell up. Okay, but the rest of the women on SmackDown, it's just not clicking. I feel like the only ones that are in their natural roles is Jade and Zelina. And we can also get Charlotte back into the main event scene as well. I think Charlotte has served her time in tag team prison, and I think it's time for her to get back in that main event scene so we can see Charlotte, Jade, Bianca, Tiffany all in the main event together for that women's championship.